Hello everyone. I forgot to review this instrument when it came in, so I'm kind of making a late video on it. I have not tested the full thing, and I'm not going to right this minute because there's some things I'll have to get to in a little bit. But I got a Nagoya harp, or a Taishigoto, I think is what they're also pronounced as. I don't really know all too much about them. I've heard about these in the form of synths about probably 3 years ago, and I wanted one, but they were always over $500. And they ended up selling out by the time I got a bunch of money for graduation, so I took it upon myself to get an electric one instead of an acoustic, which was a step up from just getting an acoustic, so I was okay with that. This one is made by Suzuki. The highest quality in sound, that's what it says there. And I have no clue what that lettering says. But the instrument is out of the case right now, and I will show it to you in a minute. I got strings for it, and there is also a strap that is in there. And this is the actual instrument right here. You can see like some of the actual wood finishing here. Like, this thing is nice. This thing came in about less than a week from Singapore all the way to the US. I kind of don't know how, because Singapore is, I think, below China or somewhere. I thought it'd still be a while. There was no ETA when this thing came in. I got it off of eBay. It's a light instrument. It's not heavy. There's like a bunch of variants of this made in like Europe. I don't think these are common in the US though. So, kind of glad I got one. It's got 5 strings. There's numbers denoting each of them. We got this. I think this is that same text right here, but I can't read it. So, the keys look like a typewriter on this thing a little bit. I think that's where the inspiration for this whole instrument came to be in the early 1900s. I think it was somewhere within that range. So the frets are under there, you can see them. And these keys are just attached to a spring. They spring back up like a piano. And they alter the pitch of the strings when they're pressed. I think this is used for festive music in Japan, but I kind of think I'd have a different use for it here. But this is all to be engineered at a different time. I'm still trying to learn to play with my left and strum with my right. So, I'm normally good at playing on my right hand. Sometimes my left if it's an octave. But octaves cannot be played on here. It's only a 1-key instrument. So we got 5 strings here. But if we look here, the 4 towards the top are the only strings that when you press a key, the pitch affects these 4. The bottommost one is, I don't know if it's for bass or something, or like kind of, you know, to amplify kind of sound, because it is the lowest pitched string on here. But when you press a key, the pitch does not affect the bottommost one. The top 4, though, are affected by pitch. And as we could see, you could see through this, actually. This is probably for sound to escape. If we lift it up, very easy to lift. We got a tag underneath there full of more Japanese. This thing is just so cool. It really is. Only costed $100, and plus the same amount for shipping. It was the cheapest that he was selling. The rest were $130 and over. So I was gonna get a Yamaha at first sight, but for money conservation purposes, I got the Suzuki. This one happened to be the cheapest, but it looks the best though at the same time. Like, this looks nice. And I said this was electric. Yes. Right here. That is the output jack. I'm pretty sure that's what these, you know, characters or Kiritsus or whatever they're called. I'm pretty sure that's what they say, and this is for volume, I'm sure. My phone does not want to focus today. I think this is called a Nagoya harp, if I didn't disclose that before. Well, I think I don't know if there's like Pelican harp or Taishigoto. I think they go under a couple different names depending on the manufacturer you get them from. This one here happened to be called Nagoya harp. So that's just what I'm settling on this one. So as you can see, I think this wood is completely glossed. I think there's inlays too. Lean it forward here, you can see the Suzuki brand name there, and this wood on the back is shiny. This thing is just, I mean, it's definitely simple, but it looks like it's put together pretty robustly, despite it being wood and whatnot. I definitely would prefer this over a simple auto harper. I think the auto harps or something is what they're also called, but as we can see here, tuning strings, not like a guitar where they have 6, although somewhat close. I don't really know what much else there is to say about this. Frets are in there. You can see the 4 strings rest on top of them. And these keys are they might have ridges in them to kind of push one end of the string down to make sure they're all in sync with pitch. But as you can see, the bottommost string misses the frets entirely and just kind of runs along the side, sitting less elevated than the other 4. You can see the height difference in which the other 4 are set, whereas the one on the bottom is the furthest down. I don't know if I showed you this. This is the pick I have received for it. This probably says something, but I cannot read it either. And there's another letter. It's definitely an odd-looking pick compared to a typical guitar pick. And the strings kind of grab on there. You can see where they thread. And then they tie around these tuning heads. You can see where some of them go. There's a bit of a glare in the thing. Yeah. And there's nothing on this end, though. But all the magic is right here. See, like, these keys are assorted weird, as you can see. But this is a C, I believe. And, yeah, this is an E. I would demonstrate a test on this. I've already tested it, though. But I wouldn't be able to get a good angle up as I'm holding the phone right now. I'd have to strum and do similar. But you probably heard the strings slightly when... You do hear them when you depress a key slightly. And I think this is counting up by... it's counting all the keys. You can see each of the keys are numbered, and they're also sharps that you can see here. Now, the dots on some of the tops of them, I don't really know. Kind of look like dominoes a little bit. But, really cool instrument. I'm going to try and see if I can use this for something. This key is a little... but we will see what we get. Alright, everyone. That might be it for now. And I will get back in a little bit. Probably. If not, probably tomorrow. I just uploaded a video for today, so I think my time is now going to be spent trying to get this thing up and moving. So, alright, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed this review of this Suzuki Nagoya harp. And just take care, everyone. This is just a part of what I was instituting and restructuring how I play music and the new instruments I'd be getting. This was probably the biggest achievement right here. But I still have some ideas up my sleeve. So take care, everyone, and I will see you some other point.